A Wisconsin college student says his friend's quick thinking saved his life after he suddenly went into cardiac arrest last fall. This week, that friend was recognized for his efforts. James Groh has the story.
Suddenly, you're being told you died. You flatlined 3 times.
That's what Humberto Barraza was told when he woke up in the hospital.
Imagine waking up in a strange place, no recollection of anything that happened within the past week.
He is lucky to be alive. Back in October, Humberto thought he was just practicing a dance routine in his Concordia University, Wisconsin dorm. The next moment, he was in cardiac arrest and seizing. Thankfully, one of his best friends was in the room to save his life.
When you're there and you're like, well, you gotta do this to save your friend's life right now. You just gotta do it. You can't question it, you gotta do it.
Aiden Batsiansila performed CPR until first responders arrived. Without Aiden, things could have been very different.
Whenever I tell people, they're like, well, you saved his life. I'm like, no, I think God really saved my friend's life right there.
Humberto doesn't remember the incident or the days after. He was in the hospital for almost a month. Since then, he hasn't been able to return to school and needs a cane to walk. Humberto found out he has Wolff-Parkinson-White syndrome, which causes his heart to beat abnormally fast. On Wednesday, he returned to school for a ceremony that honored him, his friend, and the first responders. His father thanked everyone through an interpreter.
I want to thank all of you for saving my son, for saving his life.
Humberto went through one of the scariest things anyone will ever experience. But despite that, he's in really good spirits. After hanging out with him for part of the day, I got to see him crack jokes with his friends, and he's got a really positive outlook.
So I flatlined 3 times in total, but I'm good now. I'm okay now. Heart's beating, everything's fine.
He's learning to live again with the help of his community.
You hear about it, right, on TV, but you don't really think about, well, if this happened to me, who would come and help? Everybody, apparently.
From hospital visits to physical therapy to just sharing a laugh, his friends and family have been by his side. Doctors expect him to make a full recovery, and Humberto will return to school in the fall.